Yeah, guys, so awkward moments. We all have them. Most of us have them occur during high school or middle school. Well, it kind of happens all the time, and one really super awkward one happened Friday. A whole bunch haven't happened. For example, one of them is when you're coming one way and the other person's going the other way, and you kind of run into each other and you both stop and then you try and go this way, but they go that way and then you go that way and they go. That's awkward. That's an awkward moment. Or when you put your stuff in your bra for girls, and then you're like, oh no, I forgot myself, and you do like a boob grab. That happens all the time. I don't do it, but some of my friends do, and then my color guard instructor does. Oh no, I forgot my phone. Like, that happens all the time. Or you'll be talking about something and someone just comes up and goes, that's awkward. When you're going to your locker and you bend down and then someone comes behind you, trying to get behind you, goes whoosh, and rubs right against you, you're like, what? Stuff like that happen all the time. I mean, it's life for you. Well, this really awkward one, it was worse than any of those. And, I didn't know who it was until I turned around and I was like, like, what the fuck? Anyway, let me explain this whole situation. So we have stairs that go to the basement, and so I was opening the door that leads to the stairs. So I was opening it, and then someone came up behind me and it was like pushed up right against me, and I was like, oh, what the hell? Because I didn't know who it was. And I'm just kind of sitting there, like, standing there, like, oh, what the, like, obviously I'm still walking, like, this is awkward. And first I could tell it, for one thing, it was not a girl because boobs were not being crushed against my back. So obviously it had to be a guy. I didn't know that because I didn't really want to look around, so I started going down the stairs, and then the stairs go, and then there's like a platform, and then you turn. Yeah, I looked up and realized it was one of my guy friends. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But it was still kind of awkward as it was happening because they're like, what the fuck? Because people don't do that. They normally wait for you to go. That didn't happen. I think he tried to open the door for whatever. Because it was a guy friend. I didn't know because he was behind me and stuff until I turned around. Yeah, that's awkward. Or would you run into someone at school and you're just like, and they like marry you, and it's like, really? So yeah, that's. Or another awkward moment is when you're staring up into space during class, which I do that a lot because I have the attention span of a goldfish, which is like 5 seconds or less. So I'm just kind of like staring up into space. All of a sudden, you realize you're staring at someone, and you don't realize that until they look at you, and you're like, oh, awkward. But obviously they can tell you're staring out into space most of the time. Keyword most. Not always. Which makes it awkward. So yeah, that's a little thing in awkward moments. There's a lot more that I could name, but I could probably make like a 10 or 12 minute video on just awkward moments, because it happens to me all the time because I'm awkward, yay, and weird. Actually, if you know what the Pocky game is, then I don't have to explain much. But if you don't, because me and my friends, we love Pocky, and it's amazing. Which I can't even, the English version is amazing. I can't even imagine what the actual Japanese version is, because it's a Japanese kind of biscuit thing. Basically a biscuit dipped in chocolate, and it's like a long stick. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Search it up on the internet. You'll find pictures and stuff. Google. And then, so Pocky game is when it's between two people, and one person puts the tip, or one of the ends in their mouth, and then the other one, the other end in their mouth, and then you gotta eat it like a little caterpillar, and try and steal it from the other person, and whoever gets the whole thing wins. So yeah, and sometimes it gets pretty close, which is why I don't want to play it with strangers. That's awkward. And we were doing it during lunch in like our hallway near our lockers, because you know it can be. Well, we were doing that, and like our faces were literally like that. It was me and my best friend Val. Well, a guy kind of walked past her, and he probably thought we were lesbians, but I don't really care because I'm pansexual. I could go either way. Just putting that thought out there. Other people watching this that don't know me that well, they're probably like, "What? I didn't know that about you." Because I mean, it doesn't matter who you fall in love with as long as they love you for who you are, right? That's what love is. That's the definition. So that's just what I think. So that just explains why. So yeah, and so he probably thought we were lesbians, and then I was the one facing towards him, and I just kind of went, and Val was just like, what? And then after he left, I stole it from her, and I won, obviously, because, yeah. And then I explained to her what had happened, and we both started laughing so hard. It was funny. So, yeah, yeah, that's a little awkward. So, yeah. And another awkward moment is, so me and my friend Reagan, we had this weird thing, like, we're wives, technically, because she told me, you should marry me, I'll give you tacos every day. So I'm like, okay. It's a little inside joke kind of thing, you know. Yeah, we all have weird stuff like that. So we go, wifey, where's my wife? So that's another reason, because people obviously overhear it, because I'm in a public school, people are around. They probably think we're told lesbians are actually serious, but we're not, and it is hilarious. I'm not serious, but a friend, who cares? I don't really care. So that's awkward. And then, so one day during lunch, Reagan's just like, I top. I always top. She doesn't top. I do. And everyone's just kind of like, what? Because they didn't get the inside joke that me and Reagan had. We just started bursting out laughing. Yeah, I know. Me and my group of friends are just weird. Really weird. I know, but that's just how I am. I was born this way. No, I'm not just singing the song. That's copyright, and that's really bad. So yeah. Or when you're blaring your music in the car, which for me, it's blaring like metal and rock and just hardcore music, like Pierce the Veil or Black Veil Brides or Avenged Sevenfold and all of that kind of stuff. When you're blaring that and someone passes you and they just kind of like, what the hell are you listening to? And you're just like, yeah, that can be awkward. Especially if you have neighbors and they don't know you at all, because those neighbors, I had to think of them, and they go to a PV, which is the, like, arch nemesis of Bettendorf. So that's just a heads up. And then there's one, he's my age, and then there's one like either freshman or sophomore in college. I don't know. I don't ever see them outside, except for a few days ago. But other than that, not really. So they probably think I'm like fucking emo or something, but I'm not. I'm seen, you see? I love my music. But yeah, and I do that and I blare like the music, and they were outside playing basketball. And they just kind of looked at me like, oh, what? And I just kind of got out. And at the moment I had my saber and my rifle and my flag. And I only needed those 3 equipment, so I didn't bring my whole bag home. So So I just kind of grabbed those out and just kind of walked. And of course I had my beanie and skinny jeans and all that stuff because I got it after school. Well, yeah. And then I stopped and yeah. This, you probably understand the whole situation about now. So that's awkward. And I'm just kind of like, you're just gonna like the door just kind of go. Like I just kind of glanced over, but I didn't actually look at them because I don't know them. I'm not the kind of outgoing person, so I leave that to my sister. You know, whatever. Hence why I'm probably still single, because I'm weird and not very outgoing, so doesn't make sense, but I don't really care. So yeah. I don't even know anymore. I'm just past the point of caring. Like, just by the end of high school, you really don't care what other people think. So yeah. That's why I'm not afraid to run around shouting random things down the hall, because I do that all the time. It's completely normal for me. And the funny thing is, kids in my grade think I'm quiet and sweet and nice, and then they get to see me with my friends. It's really funny, because they're just like, whoa, what? Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, another thing. Like, I'm not personally, but I have, like, a cousin who just got married, and it's so cute together. It's just like, anyway. And I have a few friends, just saying. And so, Hawaii just passed the gay marriage, whatever you want to call it. This gay marriage, they passed it. So now it's legal in Hawaii. And then Illinois was a little, I don't remember the exact timing, but I just know Illinois was before that, and then Hawaii was just I think it was like Sunday I found out. Either yesterday or the day before. I don't remember exactly when, but I just found out this weekend. And I was like, oh my gosh, yay, dee dee dee. So yeah, that's always fun. And I do have a cousin. He's like 28, something like that. He has a husband, and they're adorable together because they were like matching. So it's cute. So yeah, I might never be able to see him again. Sad face. But yeah, and my friends there. It doesn't matter. I don't care. So yeah, I could go on forever, but I shouldn't. On a lot of random stuff, including something I would actually just changed out of. No, don't drop. Uniform for state / winter. It's fun to spin in. And we're like, we're Rapunzel. What is this? So yeah, I do that, and then I'm kind of addicted to After School Nightmare. It's a manga. This is the 4th book, but I know it's not yaoi. It looks like it, but it's not. That's a dude it's hard to explain, but basically everyone's not like live or dead, and then he's the guy who fell in love with it, but he's like, the top half is male, bottom half is female, if you understand. I hope you do, because if not, you might want to figure out your brain. So yeah, and it's just about him trying to accept himself being a girl. And then he's like, at the end of the series, he's like, oh, I don't want to give it away, but I kind of do. He like gets born, and then that is a girl, and he actually had a twin and died. And it's just basically him fighting the twin during the nightmare school kind of thing. So yeah. And then also Genre Romantica, which guilty. One thing I've never actually read any Yuri, so like I've seen pictures of it, but I've never actually read the story plot. It's like, I know how the plot line normally outgoing guy, like, just actually a few couples in Ginger Romantica. One's like a teacher or a high school, I mean, not high school, college, and one person gets together and solved huge age difference and everything. But I don't know what it is for Harry, so might have to look that up because I don't know. This might be really random to most of you because you probably don't know this side of me, but whatever. I don't care. If you don't like it, it's weird. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that mean. Most of the time. Yeah, I should probably stop blabbing on because you're probably already bored to death. So, yeah, bye.